Hello, my name's Matthew Dunkle. I'm a teacher here at Clintondale Middle School. I've been teaching for 22 years in Michigan. Our goal today is, what do you do when the internet goes down as a middle school social studies teacher? What emergency plans do you have? So you're just working through your day. All of a sudden the kids start telling you, hey, this isn't working, this isn't working. You tell them to restart the computer, try reloading the page. Then you discover that your internet's not working, and then panic sets in. You're like, oh no, what do I do? And a lot of what you do depends how much time you have left in the class. So I'm going to give you some short things and some longer items that you can do in the class as a social studies teacher. So for idea number one is, for kind of a medium assignment, I want you to consider doing a timeline. So timelines are one of the backbones of social studies. We want to put things in chronological order. It's good for analysis. So we're going to have our students create their own timeline, and you can use your real wide board back here. And I'm just going to have them do a week. It's something I can set up really quick. Say, eyes up here, give me 5, get their attention. And we're going to start with a week. So I'm going to go from Saturday all the way to today, which is Friday. And I'm going to have them give me 1 or 2 events per day. The funniest thing, the worst thing that happened to them, you can make whatever slant you want on it. The most boring thing they did, something to get their interest. So that's one idea, a creative solution when the emergency Wi-Fi goes out for emergency plans. Okay, so for idea number 2, we're going to work with our laminated maps. Now, here's a sample one of my laminated maps. I have some for world maps and US. Not all teachers have this, so if you can't do this, that's why I'm giving multiple ideas. It also helps to have these water-soluble based markers so you can use them on the maps. If you don't have to do that portion. So I'll create questions, usually 4 or 5, that will keep them occupied for a while, similar to this. Number 1 says, find 4 rivers in North America and trace them using the marker, and then write their names. So it's a 2-part question, which I want them doing multiple part questions, because a lot of times my children will go, I'm done, and they didn't read the whole question. So I want them doing activities on the map, and also writing on their paper. My kids have a notebook. So the questions are all similar. Outline the country of China, what countries border. Find the Great Lakes and trace them. Write the names of the states that touch it. 5 countries on the equator, write the cities that are in those countries. Similar questions to that. So that's another idea you can use for your emergency. Another idea, and this one probably takes a little longer, this is my 3rd idea, is to map the classroom. Every year I do this in some way, get them practicing those skills, especially in middle school. I tell them you need a map key or a legend, find a north-south arrow, so we'll figure out which direction is north. And I don't really push scale, but if we have time, we'll get on the scale. So if you follow me, you can see what my classroom looks like. And I will tell students to have symbols for the desks and chairs, symbols for the various wall boards, the locker, and everything around the room, until I end up back to the front of the classroom with our smart board at my desk. So I will show them how to get the basic dimensions of the room. You start with a rectangle. And I will just sketch something simple. So like I'll say the door's there, this will be my door. I'll put my desk here. I'm going to label it desk. Okay, so for my 4th idea, probably one of my favorite, because I taught elementary for 10 years, and I do like the creative writing aspect. So we were recently covering the Sahara Desert, and we were talking about adapting to the desert. So I will have them do a story, give them their notebooks. I say you got to do a 1.5-page story. You can make your own character or use you, and it has something to do with the desert. So I'll throw a twist in, like, you woke up in the middle of the desert. You have 4 items from your room. How are you going to get out of the situation? and I'll tell the students to start writing. I've done other things where it's an alien, where they kidnapped you and then you wake up somewhere. So anything like that. My children have gotten excited about doing this. Plus it's fun to read their stories out loud.